Hello, trumpet players. Okay, so you've got your trumpet at home now, and you've had a chance to put it together and probably play a few notes, which is great. I'm going to show you a video for some basic how to care for your trumpet. There are some things that I'm going to troubleshoot, which means try to prevent from happening for you. First of all, when you're practicing, I know I mentioned this, but I want to re-emphasize how important it really is. When you're holding your trumpet, so you've got your third finger here, your left hand is wrapped around the rest of it, your right hand has to stay on top and keep those nice curved fingers. We don't want flat fingers. Flat fingers means you will bend your valves. So, when I'm going to be talking about your trumpet today, these are the valves, your bell, you've got some slides here that come out and in, and these are your water keys. You're a brass player, you're going to get a lot of spit in your instrument. In order to get it out, you simply push the water key and it will fall on the ground. Be careful it misses your feet in your outfit though, because it's not exactly a good thing to walk around with spit on your outfit. So make sure it lands in a trash can that's nearby you if you're at home practicing, or on the ground in the band room because it's a linoleum floor, it will dry, and that's why we have linoleum in the band room. Okay. So remember, keep your fingers curved on top of your valves to make sure that you push directly down on those keys. Now, I haven't had a chance yet this fall to actually take care of my trumpet, and that's what I'm going to do with you right now. In your trumpet case, you will find two items, which you will also need. You will need your tuning slide grease and your premium Sarlet's valve oil. This is very important to have both of these items. You will also probably need to get like an old wash rag at some point in time, because when you're working with the valve or with the slide grease, you're going to have to use your finger and you're going to want something to wipe it off on that's not your clothes. So I recommend having like an old wash rag in your case. It'll help out with having to wipe your fingers off, and also if you pay attention, you might get a little bit too much grease on your slide. So first thing I'm going to do now is we're going to work with that slide grease. Okay, turning the trumpet around so that way it's facing the camera so you can see which one I'm talking about. This is your main tuning slide. It's not a trombone slide. It actually stays where you pull it out to. Most trumpet players are going to have it out about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. No trumpet is perfect and every trumpet is different. So we'll have to figure out where your trumpet is best tuned to. But for now, I want to show you if you pull it out, try not to pull it out all the way, but if you do, you can slide it back in carefully. I'm going to pull it out for the purpose of showing you in this video. Now, if you look, the bottom part is longer than the top part. That's going to help you remember. Also, that water key always stays at the bottom. So, take that tuning slide grease out. You're going to get just a little bit on your finger. See? Just a little bit. And it's clear, so it's a little bit harder to see, but you really don't need much. And then you're going to apply it on both the top and bottom portion of that slide. Alright. Nice and greasy. And if you don't like the feeling, I'm sorry. This is the best way to take care of your trumpet. Okay, now that my finger's covered in grease, this is where that towel comes in handy. Alright, now I am going to put the large one in, the longer end in first. That goes in the bottom. And then the smaller one should just line right up. And you slide it all the way in. Now, if you take a look, there is a bubble of extra grease here. You're going to want to wipe that off, otherwise you're going to get it on your outfit. And I don't have much on the bottom, which is good. So that's why you only need a little bit, and then you pull it back out. But if you look, it moves really smooth now, and that's exactly what you want. Like I said, mine is usually about 1/4 of an inch, so I leave it right there. Okay. Now comes the fun but tricky part. Your valves. Okay, each trumpet is different in the fact of how it's made. Now, carefully unscrew the top. Don't unscrew the key. The key needs to stay where it is. It needs to be attached. But you actually have a section up here that you can unscrew. You're going to unscrew it. Very, very carefully lift it up. But pay attention to how it looks. Now, if you take a look, you see the spring inside there. And if you also look, there is a number. It's really kind of hard to see, but it's right there next to my pinky. It says number 1. That means that this one goes to the first slide, this first valve. Okay? But it's also facing towards the mouthpiece. So I know when I put it back together, I need to make sure that that first one is facing that direction. Now, you can take it out, but you don't need to. When you are taking care of oiling your trumpet, you only have to pull it out this far. Okay? But for the sake of actually checking out your trumpet and learning about it, go ahead and pull it out. Most trumpets are going to have this little plastic piece here, and it's on both sides. One side's going to be larger than the other. Look inside your trumpet. There's actually a groove. I'm not sure if you can see in mine. No. There's actually a groove for that smaller piece. So I'm going to make sure that smaller piece, mine is on the far side over here, so I'm going to make sure that piece lines up, and it should just slide right on down. Okay, now, take that valve oil. Now you're going to want that towel underneath your lap so you don't get the oil on your pants. The oil does stain and it's hard to get out. Okay. So, you lift it up. For you to be able to see, I'm pulling it all the way out. I put a couple drops up here on either side. And it'll drip all the way down, which is exactly what you want. Then I slide it back in. Now I check when I'm putting it in there, is the one facing me? Yep, it's facing me still. Okay. Now, some of you are going to have a number on the left side of your trumpet when you pull it out. That's fine. Make sure that it goes in the exact same way it was when you pulled it out. Remember, don't pull it out all the way. Pull it out only halfway. I'll show you with the second one. Pull it out halfway. That's as far as you need to pull it out. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of drops of oil on it. Okay. Now, remember, it was only out halfway. I'm going to slide it back in the exact same way. Finally, do this for the third one as well. I unscrew it. I watch how I'm pulling it out. I only pull it out halfway. Take my water bottle, or sorry, my oil. Put a couple drops on each side. And then I slide it back down. Now, after you've done this, if you have a hard time playing your trumpet, it's because you didn't put one of the valves back in right. If that happens, the best thing to do is do one valve at a time. Make sure that you can play after you do each valve. Okay, so nice and easy, curved fingers, taking the mouthpiece. You gently set it in the trumpet and turn it a little bit to the right to lock it in. Okay, I should, if I have all of my valves turned correctly, be able to play a nice note. We go purr, keep your corners tight, purr. I don't have any problems at all playing. Now, I'm going to show you what it sounds like when the valve is turned. Just taking the first one. If your trumpet ever sounds like this, it's because your valve is turned. And what's happening when you have that valve turned is that you're actually blocking the air with the valve. And so the air can't come out of the bell the way it's supposed to. And this is what it sounds like. If that happens, watch a quick way to fix it. If you're working you just one valve at a time, okay, you can actually turn it and that valve will go lock into position the way it's supposed to, and you will be immediately able to tell the way it's supposed to be. Okay, if you've got any questions after oiling your trumpet or greasing it, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you guys in class. Bye!